Carolina, thanks for inviting me and my son to dinner at your house today. The atmosphere was so warm and inviting, and the food was absolutely divine. I can't even imagine how much time and effort you must have poured into preparing all those mouth-watering dishes. Honestly, words can't even begin to describe your thoughtfulness and culinary skills.
Oh, it's really no big deal, dear. It's just the least I could do as your mother-in-law to welcome you and my adorable grandchild into my humble abode. By the way, Jackson, your brother-in-law has gone on this crazy long business trip and won't be back until next month. So, you can imagine how lonely I've been feeling in this house. Having some company would be amazing. Honestly, Miranda, you and Danny should come by more often. It seems like Danny really misses his grandma a ton. It would be such a shame if you didn't let me and my little grandson hang out every now and then, don't you think?
I'm really sorry, Carolina. It's just that both my husband and I have been swamped with work lately. That's why we didn't have much time to visit you. I hope you understand and can forgive us for not being able to come over as often as we'd like.
That's perfectly fine, sweetheart. I wasn't blaming you at all. I just get such a kick out of watching my grandchild grow up right before my eyes. Seriously, look at Danny. He's such a smart and lively kid. I have to confess, I never get tired of marveling at him as he plays around and discovers new things. It's pure joy.
Aw, thanks a bunch for your sweet words, Carolina. I really appreciate it. You know, I feel incredibly lucky to have a little angel like Danny in my life. He really knows how to brighten up anyone's day with his infectious, positive energy. It's like he's got a superpower or something.
You know what? You're seriously an amazing wife for bringing our perfect little Danny into this world. My son is one lucky dude to have you and Danny by his side. Honestly, it's mind-blowing that a guy as useless as Gilbert could land as someone as incredible as you. He must have burned through all his luck when he snagged you as his partner.
Wait, what? Sorry, but why are you calling Gilbert useless? From where I stand, he's been an awesome husband to me and a loving dad to Danny. Honestly, I'm the lucky one to have married Gilbert. He's been nothing short of amazing.
Oh, come on, honey. No need to downplay it. We all know Gilbert is a total slacker, and he's been that way since he was a kid. It's just the undeniable truth. If you ask me, Gilbert could really learn a thing or two from his big brother, Jackson. I mean, no offense to Gilbert, but Jackson's definitely got his act together and makes for a way better role model.
And why do you think that? Personally, I feel like it's kinda inappropriate to be comparing the two of them, you know?
I'm not trying to pit anyone against each other here. I'm just stating the facts, plain and simple. Just look at my older son, Jackson. He got accepted by a top-level firm and is now earning a great income. Gilbert must feel like melting into a puddle of shame when he sees all the achievements Jackson has accomplished. Ooh, it's gotta sting. No doubt about it.
Forgive me if I'm overstepping or saying things I'm not supposed to. But why is Jackson the one getting all the praise and not Gilbert? I mean, Gilbert graduated college with flying colors, just got promoted to a higher position, and let's not forget that he played a major role in helping Jackson land that awesome job at the top-level firm. Don't you remember? It was actually Gilbert who introduced Jackson to his current position in his company.
Oh, my dear, I'm not quite sure what you're getting at, silly. Are you seriously suggesting that my son Jackson required Gilbert's assistance to secure a job in his own company? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Jackson is a true independent achiever. He has accomplished all major milestones in his life without needing anyone's assistance. Oh, come on, Miranda. I can tell you're itching to prove that Gilbert is superior to my precious son, Jackson. But let's be real here. We all know that's just not true.
I'm sorry if I gave off the wrong vibe, but I never had any intention of proving Gilbert as superior to anyone. I think there might be a misunderstanding here.
Say no more, Miranda. I have no idea where you heard these stories, but they couldn't be more off base when it comes to Jackson. Jackson not only has an awesome job, But he's also got the most incredible, caring personality you can imagine. Seriously, he's the total package, and he deserves so much more than what he's currently getting. Between you and me, I'll be straight up. I think Jackson is actually a better match for you than Gilbert ever was.
What? What did you just say? But I'm Gilbert's wife. You can't be saying things like that. It's highly inappropriate.
Oh dear, did you not hear what I just said? Don't act all oblivious. It's not that shocking. Can't you see the signs, my dear? Jackson usually shows no interest in women, but somehow is always so kind and attentive to you. Frankly, I've never seen him behaving that way with any other girl before. And it truly caught me off guard. Do you know what that means? That means Jackson is really into you. Honestly, my dear, I must say, you and Jackson would make quite a formidable couple. Wouldn't you agree? The chemistry between you two is undeniable. And I can envision a bright future for both of you.
Carolina, I gotta be honest here. I really do appreciate how kind Jackson is to me, but what you just said is kinda off. Just a reminder, I'm already married to Gilbert, which makes me his wife, you know? So this whole idea of you trying to set me up with Jackson doesn't sit right with me at all.
Hey, I get it. You're currently married to Gilbert. No denying that. But hey, who knows what the future holds, right? It's all a big mystery. Maybe one day you'll see that Gilbert is a total waste of space and decide to move on to find your own happiness. And guess what? I happen to have another son, Jackson, who's even more awesome and totally worth your time. Just saying.
Listen, Carolina, I'm not sure where you're getting these ideas, but let me set things straight. I have absolutely zero plans of divorcing Gilbert. Our marriage is going great, and I'm genuinely happy with him. Plus, Jackson is a great guy, and I'm confident he'll find a wonderful girl of his own. No need to worry about that.
Alright, I hear you. But remember, you might be passing up on a major chance to level up your life by turning down Jackson. Marrying Jackson will be a real game changer for you. I'm just saying all of this out of my genuine concern for you, sweetheart. We all know Gilbert isn't husband material, and your marriage will go down the drain sooner or later.
Thanks for your concern, Carolina, but I've got a handle on what's best for me. Anyway, I'm about to head down to the underground car park and make my way home. Take care. By the way, I really appreciate you having me and Danny over at your place and cooking dinner for us. It was such a cozy meal. I hope we'll have more chances like this to spend time together in the future.
Miranda, have you arrived home yet? I must admit, I've been sensing a bit of unease, and I simply felt the need to reach out and make sure everything is alright, my dear. Is everything alright, sweetheart? Are you doing well?
Well, actually, there's an issue. I hopped in my car, started the engine, and tried to drive, but it just wouldn't budge. After investigating, I discovered that all the tires are completely deflated. It's really odd because they were perfectly fine before. I mean, I even drove all the way to your apartment without any problem.
Oh, poor thing. I had no clue. I'm really sorry to hear that. So, were you struggling to get the car going this whole time?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty lost right now. It's late at night, and I don't know if there are any mechanic shops still open at this hour. I'm all by myself here in the underground car park, and I'm starting to get a bit scared.
My dear, I strongly advise against staying there for too long. Lately, I've heard unsettling stories about criminals deliberately slashing car tires of their targeted victims and then robbing them. If my memory serves me right, there have been numerous cases of injuries reported, and sadly, even some fatalities. Please, prioritize your safety and take precautions.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? That's seriously giving me the creeps. What do you think I should do in this situation? It's not safe for Danny and me to hang around here any longer, right?
Darling, why don't you and Danny come back to my apartment and stay the night? I'd be more than happy to accommodate both of you.
Are you absolutely sure, Carolina? I really don't want to inconvenience you. You know, Danny is still a young kid. And although he's generally well behaved, he can get a bit loud at times. I'm just worried that he might end up making unnecessary noise and disturb your sleep.
What are you talking about, dear? Of course, I genuinely wouldn't mind you and Danny staying over at my house for the night. Actually, you're more than welcome to stay as long as you need. I can't express how much joy it brings me to have you and Danny around. As I mentioned earlier, Jackson is away on a work trip, and I feel quite lonely in this large apartment. Having you both here would truly brighten up the place.
Wow, that's really sweet of you to think about me and my son. But, my husband is still waiting for us to head back home. So I gotta talk to him first and get his input before making any decision. I know he's probably worried sick about us.
Wait, consulting your husband? Seriously? Nah, I don't think that's really necessary, love. Trust me, Gilbert would be totally cool with you staying at my place. After all, I'm his mother, and you know how it goes. He's gonna listen and go along with whatever I decide, right? So don't stress about Gilbert too much. I promise you, he'll be absolutely fine.
I'm sorry, but Gilbert is my husband. So of course I have to ask for his opinion. We're husband and wife. And at least I should tell him where I stay for the night.
Miranda, why are you being so darn stubborn? I've already said it loud and clear. You don't need to bother with that total clown Gilbert. He's not even worth the title of a husband, so why are you so hung up on him? Just do yourself a favor and do what I'm saying. Come back to my place. It's getting late, and there's no telling when those creeps might strike. If anything bad goes down with my precious grandkid, Danny, I swear, I won't forgive you.
Hey, Gilbert, are you there? It's me, Miranda.
Thank goodness you're here. I tried reaching out to you, but no luck. I have no clue what's going on. I was freaking out, worried sick about you.
I have no clue what went down either. I just glanced at my phone and noticed your number was mysteriously blocked. I had to unblock it myself. It looks like I accidentally blocked your number somehow.
You accidentally blocked my number? Seriously? Gotta be honest, that sounds pretty unbelievable to me.
You're thinking the same thing? Well, that actually sounds like the most logical explanation, to be honest. Anyway, I gotta fill you in on some unexpected craziness. Someone went and slashed my car tires, so now I can't drive it back home. I know, it's a real bummer. I was wondering if Danny and I could stay at your mom's place for the night. What do you think?
Wait, hold up. First, my number gets mysteriously blocked on your phone, and now your car tires get slashed out of thin air. Seriously? Uh-oh, does that mean what I just heard from Jackson might actually be true?
What did you hear from Jackson? Is there some trouble brewing or something? Is everything alright?
Listen up, Miranda. Under no circumstances should you go back to my mom's place. According to Jackson, she's up to some shady stuff. What you should do right now is stay put, and I'll come scoop you and Danny up real soon.
Wait, hold up. Your mom's up to some shady business? Seriously? What's she trying to do?
Listen, I'll fill you in on the details later when we're on our way back home. I'm getting late, so just hold on tight. And I'll be there in a few minutes to bring you and Danny back. Whew, thank goodness I can reach out to you again. If not, who knows what could have happened to you and Danny?
Hi, Carolina. I apologize for reaching out so late, but Gilbert already came and picked me and Danny up, so it looks like we won't be staying at your place tonight. I just wanted to say thanks for your kindness and generosity. I truly appreciate it.
What did you just say? Do you even realize how freaking long I've been waiting for you? 2 whole hours. No joke. Do you have zero respect for your elders? Let me tell you, young lady, you're in some serious trouble now.
I'm really sorry about that. I tried calling you multiple times, but you didn't pick up. I also sent you texts, but didn't get any response.
You know what that is? It's because I was sitting there twiddling my thumbs waiting for you. I can't believe you had the audacity to bail on me like that. So darn rude. Who do you think you are? Pulling a stunt like that on your own mother-in-law? Do you even understand the trouble I went through, trying to keep myself awake? It's way past my bedtime, for crying out loud.
I already told you, I didn't stand you up. I messaged and called you, but you didn't respond at all. And let's not forget, it's actually you who got me in this mess in the first place. So you don't have any right to turn around and blame me.
What on earth did you just say? Now you're trying to shift the blame onto me for your own incompetence? It was you who got your car tires slashed by some criminals, and you have the audacity to claim it's my fault. My oh my. What a heartless daughter-in-law you truly are.
Oh, give me a break with the theatrics. I'm well aware of what's going on, so no need to pretend like you're clueless anymore. You're the one who slashed my car tires to stop me from coming back home, aren't you? Seems like you're desperate for me and my son to stay at your place, huh? Care to enlighten me on the reason behind all this?
What? So you're saying you already know about it? Who spilled the beans to you? Tell me, now!
Oh, I see now. So you must have slyly blocked my husband's number on my phone too, huh? I should have been more cautious. I should have known better when you asked to borrow my phone.
What in the world are you blabbering about? I have absolutely no knowledge about any of that. Don't you dare accuse me of something I didn't do. You don't even have any evidence to support your claims. If you continue spouting this nonsense, I swear I'll take legal action for slander.
Oh, trust me. I have all the evidence I need to expose your guilt. I had a talk with security guards and managed to check the footage from the car park. It didn't take me long to figure out that it was you who tampered with my car tires, causing them to go flat. Stop trying to deny your guilt, because I know way more than you think. In fact, I've already uncovered your entire wicked scheme.
Wicked scheme? What on earth are you bluffing about? I genuinely have no clue. Stop attempting to falsely accuse me. As your mother-in-law, I deserve respect. Not baseless accusations thrown my way.
Your son, Jackson, spilled all the beans to me and my husband. We know all about your wicked plan. You intended to make me and Danny stay at your place, and once I let my guard down, you suggest taking Danny out for a walk, only to kidnap him. Your real motive is to use my son as leverage to force me into marrying Jackson, isn't it?
What? Jackson disclosed that to you? How could he do such a thing? Seriously? I was just trying to do him a solid, find him a decent son and wife. But how could he sneak around and rat me out like that? It's totally unfair to me.
Giving him a proper son and wife? Did you even bother to ask if that's what he wants? Or did you just go ahead and make all the decisions without even considering his thoughts and feelings?
Well, if you've already pieced it all together, then I suppose there's no point in me continuing to hide. It's true. I do want you to divorce that good-for-nothing Gilbert and marry my eldest son Jackson instead.
What? Are you out of your mind? I've already made it clear to you that I have no desire to be with Jackson. I'm happy with Gilbert and our marriage, and I would never give it up for anything.
Why are you so stubborn? Seriously? Take a moment to really reflect on this. It's in your own best interests to spend your life with Jackson. He would give you a far better life than anything my disappointing second son, Gilbert, could ever provide for you. Trust me on this. If you marry Jackson, you and Danny will be happier than you've ever felt before.
What on earth are you talking about, Carolina? You're really crazy. I'm Gilbert's wife, so why would I marry Jackson?
I don't need to listen to the misinformed whining of a lowly bride. If you truly want to marry my precious son, Jackson, then it's about time you understand your position in this family. You know what? I've got a brilliant idea brewing in my mind. I'm going to start packing up my belongings and ship them right over to your place. What does that mean? It means we'll all be living together, like one big happy family under the same roof. And while I'm there, I won't waste a second in assisting you with all the preparations for your divorce from Gilbert. How's that for a plan?
Wait, seriously? Who do you think you are to pull something like that? I won't accept it. So stop with your irrational idea. To be honest, this conversation went so far off the deep end that I don't even know what to say anymore.
Excuse me? Are you seriously refusing to accept it? How dare you show such insolence? Let me remind you. I am your esteemed mother-in-law, your superior, and the respected matriarch of this family. You're my daughter-in-law, which means you gotta do whatever I say. Got it? Your behavior is utterly rude and disrespectful, and you should be ashamed of that. Now, be a dutiful daughter-in-law and graciously allow me to move into your house. All right, Miranda? Hey, Miranda! I can tell you're in there. So why don't you come out and say hi to your lovely mother-in-law? You're aware that you're disrespecting your elder, right? Quit playing the I'm not home game and hiding like a scaredy cat. You're a grown woman now, not a little kid. I've got all my stuff with me, so come on over to the front door and open up, will ya? Are you even listening? I'm not budging until you show up and let me inside your house. So no need to keep hiding, okay?
Hey Mom, it's Gilbert texting here. I've been sitting right next to my wife, going through all your texts. I can't believe you actually called me a failure. I guess that's what I get for not being the perfect child in your eyes, huh?
Gilbert, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Please don't tell me that you're still waiting at our doorstep.
Absolutely. I'm here and I'll chillax patiently until Miranda opens the door. You know I'm not one to throw in the towel that easily, right?
Listen, my wife ain't there and neither am I. You can keep waiting if you insist, but trust me, it's gonna be a total waste of time.
What do you mean? Didn't I make it abundantly clear yesterday that I'll be moving in to live with you two? Besides, I'm the matriarch of this family. So it's only natural that my Miranda, my daughter-in-law, would wait at home to make the necessary preparations to entertain me. I know. You two are probably in there right now, trying not to make any noise. Well, what can I expect from such cowards like you and your wife?
Seriously, Carolina, listen up. My wife and I aren't home, okay? You should really leave that place.
Oh my goodness! Can you believe it? What kind of daughter-in-law doesn't even bother to say hi to her mother-in-law? I'm seriously fed up with having to say this again and again, but that girl seriously needs to wake up and understand her responsibilities as a wife if she wants to stay in this family. But hey, no need to stress. If she ends up divorcing you and marrying Jackson, I'll make sure to give her a proper retraining. I can't have Jackson dealing with the same messy attitude from your wife like you do.
Guess I must spill the beans for you then. Look, Jackson never wanted to marry Miranda in the first place. So why do you keep setting them up?
Hey, what do you even know? I'm Jackson's mom, and I've got a handle on what's best for him. So back off and mind your own business. This ain't your concern, okay? It's my duty as a mother to ensure my oldest son's happiness, and that means Miranda and Jackson tying the knot.
Wait a sec. You say it's none of my business? You're literally trying to push my wife to divorce me and marry my own brother, and you think it's not my concern? You seem to go above and beyond to make Jackson happy, but what about me? Don't I deserve some happiness too? I guess my well-being doesn't matter because I'm not the golden child in your eyes, huh? Well, let me drop a truth bomb on you. Jackson already has his own girlfriend, which is why he has zero interest in marrying Miranda at all.
Hold up. You're telling me my Jack has a girlfriend? Why on earth was I left totally clueless about this? What's the deal here? I'm Jackson's mom. I should be the very first person to know about everything happening in his life.
Can't you see what's happening here? Jackson has had enough of your controlling ways, which is why he purposely kept that info from you. Oh, and here's another tidbit about Jackson. He's not on some work trip like he claimed. Did you not notice a thing? He packed up everything and moved to another place far away from you and your toxic vibes. Basically, you won't be seeing him around anymore. And guess what? My wife and I want nothing to do with you either, unless we see some real changes in your behavior. Actions speak louder than words, you know.
Hold on a second, Gilbert. You're saying Jackson actually left me? He can't just up and do that. I'm his own mother, for crying out loud. What did I even do wrong? I swear, I'm innocent in all this. I couldn't care less about you and your wife. All I want is Jackson and Danny back in my life. This isn't some joke. It's serious business. Where the heck is her wife? Miranda, I need to talk to her. You can't protect that witch forever. Tell her to step up, find some guts, and talk to me right now.
Hey, it's Miranda here. I hate to say it, but it seems like you haven't changed one bit. You haven't acknowledged your mistakes, and you didn't even bother to offer a single apology to me, my husband, or Jackson. You're saying that you don't know what you did wrong? Well, guess what? You did everything wrong. You tried to pressure me into marrying Jackson, and you even plotted to take my son away. I'm sorry, but starting now, you're on your own. My family and I can't tolerate having any ties with a sneaky person like you. You're not deserving of being my mother-in-law or a grandma to Danny.
Hold up. What's with that attitude? I'm your mother-in-law, for crying out loud. I can't believe I even let a disrespectful woman like you marry Gilbert in the first place. Listen up. You better not think about taking Danny away from me. I'm serious. There's gonna be consequences if you dare to defy me. Hey, Miranda, are you there? Come on, answer me, you witch!
Carolina refused to accept the fact that she couldn't have any contact with Jackson anymore. She went to great lengths to gather information about his whereabouts. She caused trouble at his workplace, even resorting to threats to get his address. But all her efforts were in vain because Jackson no longer worked there. In fact, her behavior got her reported to the police, and she had to pay a hefty fine. After realizing she couldn't reach Jackson, Carolina shifted her attention to me and my family. She spent all her savings on hiring a lawyer and attempting to sue me for visitation rights with Danny. However, her legal pursuit didn't work out in her favor, and she ended up losing all her money for nothing. Meanwhile, Gilbert and I are focusing on building a solid foundation for our future. Every day, we strive to provide Danny with the best possible upbringing and ensure he has a bright future ahead of him.